We are in El Carmen de Viboral, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are watching this on the re-stream, just saying that at the beginning. This is Colombia. I remember any live stream you watch, you can come in and out as many times as you want to because you might have to do things, answer a phone call, whatever. And I love live streaming. I'm just really loving this stuff nowadays. There's a church over there. It's been like that for years. Hasn't been fixed, like finished up yet, but I think it's a Christian church. And this is El Carmen, and it's getting sunny now. Finished going on a mountain bike expedition. My friend and I, George, Jorge, and now he just left. This town is known for its ceramics. This town is known for its ceramic pottery. Ceramic pottery. We'll see more because I want to get away from the music. I mean, just a little bit, but not too much. And if you ever come here, it's a safe town. Ceramic pottery that you can buy a nice little set if you're living here to take back home to whatever country you're visiting from, or as a gift for somebody else. So here we are. Look, this is beautiful. My mom has this. Oh yeah, my mom has this one. Not the cups, but she has that type of bowl similar to that one, and the plates. These are all ceramic. This town used to be very big with big ceramic factories, but most of them closed down. This one is Ceramics Renacer, rebirth or reborn ceramics. Rebirth, reborn, whatever. There goes the bus that comes from Medellin. The buses come directly from Medellin, from the North Bus Terminal. Takes about an hour 15, hour 20 minutes max, hour 30 to get here, depending on traffic. So we're going to be walking around here for a while. Rio Negro, the town of Rio Negro is that way. It's about a 15-minute car drive, 20 max to get to Rio Negro. They're very close to each other, 15, 20 max tops. El Carmen del Viboral. What does it say here? Enshrined on this thing. Los Fundadores Avenue, El Carmen de Viboral, gratitude and recognition to the people from the ones that founded this town. This town was founded in 1752. The parish, the main church was founded and built 1807. And then this became a township, a municipality in 1814. And the people, notable people that are famous at that time for this town, Fabian Sebastian Jimenez y Fajardo, the last name, and Jorge Ramon de Posada y Mauriz. And these are the people who established the spiritual community and the township, town, the municipality. This is of this spiritual community and township. These people, notable people. That's the cemetery. It's closed today at this hour to go in, but we'll see in a moment. This is like a bikeway for bicyclists, but people still are getting accustomed to it. Oh, let me get out my wind mic. The wind mic will reduce the sound of the wind hitting the cell phone's mic. Fortunately, on this I have a wind mic for the phone, but not for the GoPro because the GoPro doesn't have one. Plus, with the equipment I have to latch it on or put it onto my backpack or whatever, it just doesn't work. But I got the wind mic. I got the wind mic here for this, but I'm trying to take it out of its little knots. And let me try to cross the street here, show you the cemetery, like the ones in Mexico, like the ones I showed you guys in Guanajuato. I don't know if any of you that have been following me since my trip in Mexico, but if you have, when I was in Guanajuato for Dia de los Muertos, and I was there for like 3 weeks, I went to the cemetery called Santa Paula. Let me just connect the mic. I can place it, clip it onto my, oops, clip it onto my t-shirt. And this is the way these cemeteries work here. Similar to the ones in, oops, it's kind of heavy. Similar to the ones in Guanajuato, Mexico. I'm trying to level this camera. So this is the cemetery, guys. But it's closed right now, so people, the bodies are put up. Ooh, I almost went into this barbed wire, razor sharp. I almost put my face on it. That would have been a different kind of accident. No, 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 we don't want that. We don't want to scratch up this handsome mug. So look at the cemetery inside, and we're walking towards town. At least with this wind mic, if it gets windy, it won't be a problem. And there's some message there in Spanish: no hay muerte, aunque apague, aunque se apague a nuestros ojos. There is no death, even if if the fire goes out before our eyes. So basically, it's saying there's no death. There's always life after death. The only death is the death of the body. And wow, there goes the little centerpiece there. But we can't go in, it's closed. Or else we would go in, but this is the entrance to it right here, and it's closed. It's locked. So this is the cemetery here. And does it have a name? La Revista Juventud. La Revista Juventud, the youth, but I don't know the translation for revista. The only translation I know means magazine. Okay. It's Saturday. Some of these people wanted to go in, but they can't go in, so they're doing their thing. They're praying. They're doing a prayer for whatever loved one they lost. And they can't go in today, but they're doing at least a prayer. Right there, those women. So let's keep going. And if anybody joins in, at least the camera today is cooperating, and it let me do it live in landscape mode, not in portrait mode. So we're walking towards town. We're in town, we're walking towards the main square. The last goodbye, that's the name of this business. El último adiós. I want to go across the street here because there's some ceramic pottery shops on this side that I saw, so you guys can see them on the restream. Because I don't see anybody connected right now. I know I'm live, but it is 2:30 p.m., 2:40 p.m. here in Colombia, Bogota time, even though we're not in Bogota, but the whole country has the same hour. There is no daylight savings time here, there's no whatever. This company is called Herencias Cerámicas, and there goes some of their ceramic stuff. The ceramic shop inside. If you come to this town, maybe this is one of the places. And they have some beautiful ceramic ware for your dining room, for your kitchen, as decoration. Very beautiful little things, even for coffee, little ones, for little tea and everything. That's the name of the place. There's a place where they're building homes, but they're pretty cheap. Small little houses. It's called the Carmen Colonial. There's the phone number right there on WhatsApp. 314-439-5144. You pass by it on the mountain biking tour that George and I did today earlier. You can see that video in the future if you want to on Traveling Eddie. And there'll be two videos coming out. One when we're going all the way to the top. We went all the way to the top up there, but further beyond. And then another video where we're coming back down, just riding down, gliding down. And this house, they say these little houses, I don't know how big they are. They start at 133 million pesos. That's approximately, ladies and gentlemen, approximately like $40,000 and some change. No, not even $40,000, like maybe $35,000, like that. $30,000. 34,000 they begin at that price, $34,000. There's another ceramic shop here, look, where you can have your little eggs in it. All these little designs. That's the store right there. Somebody already spoke in the chat. Let me see what somebody's saying. Oh no, just a little sign came up. So look at it, more ceramic. And they even got Buddha, the Buddha right there. Siddhartha Gautama. Wow, the Buddha. And you got these if you want to take one home that says Colombia on it. Wow. Or this for some flowers and some rocks, like two hands together. And look, the Buddha, 33,000 pesos. That's less than $10 for this Buddha right here on the left. Or maybe it's not a Buddha, it's one of those female Buddhas. It's a female Buddha. It's not Siddhartha Gautama, it's a female Buddha. Wow. A lot of nice stuff here. And look, you even got the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. This little guy. Guardians of the Galaxy. And if you want to buy a little one to take home as a souvenir, look at these little things. Nice. Little salt shaker. Little shot glasses, little heart-shaped world. This little guy again from the Guardians of the Galaxy. Look at little Chiba. These are the typical little transportation vehicles. They call them chivas or escaleras that take people with vegetables and fruit and coffee and potatoes in the countryside or to the town. When they're very far out in the countryside, like 2 hours away in small little villages. Very old architecture in terms of the homes there. That home's 80 years old or more, 100, easy. If you guys missed it at the beginning when I started streaming 12 minutes ago, whatever, we passed the cemetery over there, Mexico style. In Colombia they have them too, a lot. So let's keep going here in El Carmen de Viboral. Now remember, if you're liking what you're seeing, this live stream, any live stream anybody does that you like, any YouTuber you like, including me, remember to give the video, the live stream a like, or any pre-recorded vlog you watch on this channel, Traveling Eddie, or any channel out there. Really, it helps us a lot. That's how YouTube's algorithm identifies if people are liking the videos or the live streams, and then the algorithm recommends it to other people that are interested in a similar topic. That's a school. Looks like a prison, but it's a school. Educational Institute. And that's an old building that they're probably remodeling or whatever, because it looks like part of it caved in, the roof caved in. So that's why they got that aluminum kind of roof on top. And they got this tile, floor, wall tile. If you buy a house here and you wanna like decorate your home, very nice kind of tile. Very nice images for your kitchen tile, kitchen wall, whatever, the floor, whatever you want, the country house outside, in the kiosk, the gazebo, the bandstand, whatever. Now you might be asking yourselves, why am I doing this video so early? Because this is far from home in Vigado, and I want to get back to keep my mother a little company because the nurse leaves at 4 p.m. today. Every Saturday she leaves at 4. And so I don't want my mom to be alone too long. Maybe her sister's with her, maybe her sister's not with her, my auntie. So I want to be home and not leave her alone too long for now because my mother's in the recovery process. And the bus ride from here to the North Bus Terminal, if there's no traffic jam, going down on the Medellin-Bogota highway or leaving town here, it's approximately an hour and 15 minutes. Approximately an hour and 15 minutes all the way to the North Bus Terminal in Medellin. And then I take the metro, and it'll take me about 10 minutes to walk inside the bus terminal all the way to the metro and wait for the metro to come by the next train to go all the way to Envigado. That's going to take another half an hour just the train ride. And then to my mom's place. So that's a good 2 hours and some change of travel time. And if I stay here, if I started the live stream at 6 p.m. like I sometimes do, or 5:30, like I did last Saturday, I did it at 4 p.m. until 7 almost 3 hours, something like that, 2.5 hours. Then I'll be getting home very late, and I don't want to leave my mom alone at night until she's really fully recovered, strong again, has recovered more body weight and more muscle mass and better health overall. So that's why today I did this live stream, because today I was mountain biking in the morning with my friend George. Maybe some of you saw that short video I put up a week ago, 5 days ago, that I fell on the mountain bike, and then we were having something to eat, a snack, George and I, Jorge. So I still have my mountain biking apparel on, shorts, everything. I didn't bring more clothing in my backpack. And George, he went back down to Medellin already because he has a date with his wife. They're gonna go to the movies. And I didn't want to go down because I want to show you guys different parts of Colombia, at least here in the state of Antioquia. Even though they don't call it a state here, it's called a department, Departamento de Antioquia, the Department of Antioquia. But I'll be doing other live streams back in Medellin and in Sabaneta and in Copacabana, which is the Medellin metro area, in the near future. But for now, on Saturdays, and for a long time to come, George and I, Jorge and I, will be going mountain biking to different areas here in Antioquia. And I'm making mountain biking videos about that too, using my GoPro. Not the smartphone anymore, so I won't have a fall like Humpty Dumpty did last week. Wow, even for a small town, this has a lot of traffic now. It's gotten more popular. This has gotten more popular. Look, a CrossFit. This town is really nice. My great-grandfather is from this town. This town, from what I understand, CrossFit place. But Saturdays, I don't know if it's open. one of the side neighborhoods here. My great-grandfather, on my mom's side, on her mother's side, he was born in this town, but not in the town, in the countryside, in a small country house, a little farm. And he went down to the city when he was like 20, 25 years old, to Medellin, and he got a job in La Estrella, which is 30 minutes south of Medellin. If you want to see the live stream I did in La Estrella, I did it like a month ago. So check it out, a month ago, a live stream I did in La Estrella, the star. Okay, how many people are saying what's up today? Let's see. What's up, Kev TV? What's up, Kev? All right, hey, Karina, what's up? Hola, Karina, ¿cómo estás? He's coming to Medellin this week. She or he, Michelle Porte, or something. Well, I don't know the person. Who is that person, Kev? Who is Michelle, what's his name, or what's her name? It's always good to know who the person is before you do a live stream collaboration or pre-recorded vlog collaboration with somebody. You don't want to be, hooking up with the wrong people. Bad for business, Bad for business when you hook up with the wrong people, the wrong influences. And believe me, I want to stay away from hooking up or collaborating with the wrong people, with the wrong crowd. Because I love what I'm doing on YouTube, and I'm taking care of my viewers, my loyal viewers, my audience, the people that are watching, even if they're not regulars, or just to watch out who's coming onto the channel with me or who I'm hanging out with, so that this is as good, wholesome content as possible, family oriented. I'm cleaning up my act a little more, staying away from going into those areas, and forget about showing any more shady areas where you got brothels or whatever. I'll just tell people avoid those areas, but never go into them again, because I want to keep this very clean, very nice for all of us. Not just for me, it's for all of you and me. I am nothing without you dudes and dudettes. The dudettes like Karina, the women like Karina, and the men like you and whoever else is watching and supporting this channel. Bradley from Biloxi, Mississippi, or Charla Unplugged, or Kimia Stewart, Kev TV, She's Adventures, Tina Rollreg, a lot of YouTubers, and then people like Humberto Contreras from Mexico, people who are coming on and like watching this for a little while, for a longer while. I know I do long live streams, and that's the point of a live stream. You got to give people time to come on. I haven't gone to the main park yet because I want to circle around. I want to show you different aspects of this town of El Carmen del Viboral. If you have any questions, please do ask in the chat. Today everything is working well. This phone is cool, calm and collective. It's not a hot day. It's not a hot afternoon. A little bit of gray clouds in the distance in that area. This is a very lively town. Always has been. And I've been coming here since I came to live in Colombia back in 1995. My mouth is dry. Let me drink some water. Got a big old bottle, using a Gatorade bottle as a recycling type of thing. The main park is down that way. That's why it says right there in the sign, Parque Principal, down that way. Casa de Justicia, the Justice House, down that way. And the Department of Motor Vehicles, the Motor Vehicle Commission, whatever you want to call it in your part of the world, is down that way. In terms of traffic tickets, speeding tickets, and whatever, parking tickets. Oh, look, something very Mexican. Karina, look, a Katrina. similar to a Katrina, granizados, and maybe some of those have alcohol. Yeah, they have alcohol in them. The slushies, or loco. I don't drink any of that, but anyhow, no liquor. Sidewalks are something left to be desired, as I have told you many times before. It's one of the downsides of Colombia in the places I've visited during my 23 years plus of life here. So if you remember, if you're watching this at some point later on in this life, and you don't want to watch all this little part here, you can always fast forward and look for the part where we're walking around in the park and stuff like that. In case you're not interested in seeing daily life on the side streets of El Carmen de Viboral. Hell no. Nice little horsey, little mule. Hey, little guy. And he's eating, and she's eating something. Look at how beautiful that is. It is a big town. This is a big town. I mean, this is a big town, guys. It's no small town by any stretch of the imagination. Rio Negro is a city, but El Carmen de Viboral is a big, big town. So, if you just want to chill for like 2 hours, in addition to visiting Rio Negro, you could come to El Carmen de Viboral and hang out in the park and have a snack and a cup of coffee or cappuccino or some ice cream or a milkshake and just enjoy watching people if you love or enjoy watching people. And different countries do their thing. But if you're looking for the high adventure stuff in town here, like the big party nightlife, no, this is not the place for that. It does have a little nightlife, but if you want a bigger nightlife here in El Oriente Antioqueño, they call it Oriente Antioqueño, you got to go to San Antonio Beda, where we went last Saturday, a week ago, back on February, what was that? February 12th, the live stream. Yeah, it has a nice nightlife and all that. Look, I mean, the sidewalks. I don't like being negative, but I'm just pointing it out one more time. The sidewalks are really something else. A lot of motorcycle spare parts shops because a lot of people own motorcycles. This is a poor country. Oh, this kid is small. It's a poor country, so most people have money to buy a motorcycle, not to buy a car. This is not a rich country. Rich in spirit, yes. Rich in happiness, yes. Rich in fruit and veggies. Wow, look at how beautiful this plant is. Look at that. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? So on travel, it is windy, somewhat windy here and there. The wind gusts up at times. So that's why I have my wind mic on. That's why you probably won't hear a lot of external sounds like from far away, unless some vehicle is really passing by on the side really loud, because I have the wind mic on to diminish that interference, that kind of thing. Look at the mountains. Look at the beautiful sky. And this is a very safe town, a very safe town. And there goes Doggy Doo running after, I don't know who. I love dogs, can't save them all, but I did rescue 6 during the pandemic, during the shutdown, the lockdown worldwide back in 2020, from March to September here in Colombia. Remember there was an old country house up that way, but they might have knocked it out. It was a big old house. Let me check out for a moment. Big old country house. It was knocked out. Let's see. I hope I'm not going into another little shady neighborhood like I did back in Caldas 2 weeks ago. And I almost got into big trouble that day. Let's see. We're exploring. Exploration. I think it's this street. At the top, we should, when I was a Hare Krishna, a Vaishnava, one of the spiritual philosophies from India, I remember some of the spiritual brothers and sisters had a temple here, a little house they had rented out. Quite a big house. It wasn't small. But it's not this street. I don't think it was this one. Or I think it was. I think it was right here. Oh, they knocked it out. Yeah, it was here. Yeah, we had a nice view. Oh, it was this. And it was an old house and it had a big internal patio and in the backyard. In the backyard. Yeah, it was this one. Okay. Doesn't exist anymore. Everything has its expiration date. Everything. Everyone. But not we as souls. Yeah, I was here, I remember. The house was here. It was an old colonial style house with the colonial style tapia they used with cement mixed with cow dung and earth or clay. Look at how beautiful it looks. My friend and I, we went mountain biking in that direction today, in that area. All the way up there to the top of the mountain. We were mountain biking in that area, somewhere around there. It was a 28-kilometer trek, going and coming back, round trip, 28 Ks. And this is the town of Carmen, so you can see at least a little bit. And wow, well, they knocked out the house. There was an old house here. I'm gonna ask just to make sure, but sometimes we've gone mountain biking once or twice in that area. We're gonna do it again because we haven't done it in 3 years. And we're gonna go that way. We'll leave the car here in town like we did today, the truck. And we'll take the 2 bikes and we'll go. And we met a new friend. You'll see her in an upcoming video. Her name is Alba. Maybe in 2 months or less, you'll see her on Traveling Netty. I interviewed her. She doesn't know any English. And I just did the interview in English and Spanish. And when she gave the answers, I translated it for you as best as I could. And you'll be seeing it. But look how beautiful it looks here. Look at these skies. This is the kind of views you can have if you come live here in the countryside and you live maybe higher up on the mountain, and you can have these beautiful views. And if you go that way, you go towards Marinilla and El Santuario. And that way is Rio Negro, and that way is La Ceja. I'm gonna ask old boy over here for a moment if this is where that big house used to be, but without pointing the camera at him. I don't want him to get angry. I don't want anybody to get angry at me. That's the truth. Buenas tardes, ¿cómo están? Ah, qué bien. Una preguntita, por favor. Aquí no hay una casa vieja, primero era de tapia grande. Ah, es que yo me acuerdo que hace años vine aquí y yo sería que la tumbaron, pero es que me acuerdo que el patio, pues, la partecita para atrás era así. Ah, bueno, todo se acaba en esta vida, ¿no? Y era muy bonita y todo así. Sí, hace varios años vine, por ahí 4 o 5 años y... Hace más de un año la tumbaron. Ah, bueno, hace más de un año. Sí, era de tapia vieja, así, bonita.
Un estilo muy bonito.
Muy bonito, pero bueno. Cosas son, cosas vienen, cosas se van, pero cuando se puede conservar, se conserva. Ah, bueno, muchas gracias. Que estén bien, hasta luego. So yeah, the house was here. The house used to be here. I just confirmed it with the lady and the man. And they said, yeah, it was a colonial style house. It was very beautiful, but it was knocked out. They knocked it out. They're building new tower blocks over there, apartment tower blocks over there. This town is up and coming. And somebody that I interviewed at the end of the mountain bike trek in the park a while ago with my friend, Jorge, he said that that this town is very nice. People love it. Buenas, ¿cómo le va? Bien, bien, gracias. Pasen bien. Gracias. And said that the people here are very nice. This is a very safe town in general these days, nowadays. And that a lot of the rich people love coming here because it's really quiet compared to Rio Negro or La Ceja, in terms of it has more movement, more traffic, more cars. And they like this better because it's still less contaminated or less congested than those places right now. So now people are starting to buy property in this area. Back in the late 80s and early 90s to mid 90s probably, even throughout some of the 90s, 1990s, El Carmen de Viboral went through a very violent period because there was a war going on between the paramilitary organizations and the rebel forces, FARC, ELN, in the countryside and in town here. And it was a very bad time. There was a lot of violence between those two factions, the rebel group, the communist socialist rebel groups, Las FARC and ELN, and I don't know what other rebel group, the subversive groups against the democratic governments and whatever, and the paramilitary that were formed to defend people in the countryside, like farmers and cattlemen, and people in general in the towns, against those rebel groups that had just gone crazy in the 70s and 80s, probably 80s, and started going into the drug trafficking world. And then they started getting really dangerous. And that was back in the 80s and 90s. But it's been 20 years removed since those days, and this town is a whole lot safer nowadays. And people tell me, my uncle, who has a country house here, somewhere up that way, and yeah, I'm just giving you some information. They're building gated communities here in El Carmen de Viboral, between Rio Negro and El Carmen de Viboral. There are some very nice gated communities being put up where you can buy a parcel of land, a piece of land, maybe 1,000 square meters or 2,000 square meters or 3,000 square meters. We do the metric system here. We don't do the feet and inches system here in yards. So I've been living here for too long. I just don't know the square feet system anymore. I stopped using that system back in 95, and I've been using this one since 95, the metric. So just translate, convert it, and that's it, and you'll know what it is. So there are those 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 square meter pieces of land, parcels of land, without a home in a gated community that they're starting to sell to people. And the gated community meaning has it's fenced in and everything, and a porter, armed porter with a kiosk or whatever you want to call it at the beginning to enter and exit, and nobody could come in if they're not announced. And you say, yes, I'm expecting that person, please let them pass in their car, motorcycle, or on foot, so they won't be able to come in if they're not announced. And they're selling pieces of land like that, from what I understand, 300 million pesos, 400 million pesos, 500 million pesos. And just to get an idea again, for those of you who are watching for the first time, at this moment in 2022, month of February, $1 is 4,000 pesos. Of course, whenever you watch this thing, you're gonna have to check it out again down the line and see what it is, the real exchange rate. So $1 American dollar is 4,000 pesos Colombian at this moment in February 2022. And if you say like $100,000, $100,000 is 400 million pesos. So if they're offering you a house or an apartment for 400 million pesos, that's approximately $100,000 US. Just so you know. A parcel of land, an apartment or a house. And if they're offering you an apartment or a house or a piece of land for 1 billion pesos, a billion, you're like, what? A billion? Yeah, a billion pesos is $250,000 US. $250,000 US. And I'm just talking about anywhere in Colombia, wherever. Like Medellin is very expensive, but more expensive than Medellin right now in some areas is Llano Grande, Rio Negro. Llano Grande, Rio Negro. I used to live in that area like 12 years ago. It was very beautiful. I lived out in the countryside there, rented a nice little country house, and in those days it was very cheap to rent. Hey, look, a tuk-tuk like in India. A tuk-tuk, an auto. But this is an Italian one, Piaggio. Not a tuk-tuk, not a Bajaj, but it looks like one. Wow. Which way am I going, George? Just so the video could be longer and nicer today, and you guys could get a nice idea of this town. These are nice folk, very calm, happy people. What's the weather like here? What's the temperature like? I mean, the weather's usually like this, beautiful skies, as you can see. Partly cloudy, sometimes totally clear, sunny skies, sometimes overcast. And the temperatures, maximum highs, usually like the daily average high, usually is about 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 75, 76. You know, it doesn't get hot, doesn't get really warm here. 75, 76. And the low, depending, if you're up on the mountain up there, it's gonna be colder if you're higher up, like my uncle's country house all the way up there. Beautiful women. Really, there are beautiful women here. I've always seen beautiful women here. And please respect, once again, I gotta say, this is a clean channel, and I'm telling you that women here are beautiful and special. Special because they're really loving and caring. I don't care what anybody says about the women in Carmen de Viboral, if they say something negative about them. They are beautiful, loving, caring, they're special, beautiful physically. In their own way, a lot of the folks here are white people, descendants. This town was founded back in 1700 something, at least the first settlers came here back in 17 something in this area. Of course, there were pueblos originarios, native tribes here, somewhere around, but they're long gone since because of whatever happened, you know, unfortunately. But this town, a lot of Europeans, Spanish, white Spanish, Germans, Irish, basically those, and I don't know what others, maybe some Swiss or Norwegian or something, but mostly of German ancestry came here. I mean, the Germans, some German people came here, and families, some German families, Spanish families and Irish families. And a lot of the people here you see in town, because they've been here for many, many, many generations. This is an educational institute here called Parque Educativo. It's an educational park. Agua, barro y biodiversidad. Water, clay, and biodiversity. So this is an educational park. And they got workshops here with kids and everything, but I'm not gonna get the kids on TV. I mean, they're in their little class, and they got a little open air gym over there, and a child playing. So for children here, for children. A nice thing here, Mi Parque Educativo. They got the bulletin board right over there with the bulletins, any kind of messages they want to send to people. So this town was founded by white people. That's why you will see a lot of people here are of fair skin, very fair skin, blonde hair, light hair, blue eyes, green eyes, and yeah, blonde hair, dirty blonde hair, brunettes, a lot of white folk, a lot of white people, a lot. And as I said, my great-grandfather on my mother's side, on her mother's side, meaning my maternal grandmother's father, my great-granddad, he was from this town, and he was white as could be. And he had one of those special hats that you see the Germans wearing up in the high Bavarian mountains. And that's the kind of hats they used to wear here, and some still do. And they had those kind of mustaches like Adolf Hitler had, that style, and that's what they used to sport back in the 1800s and in the early 1900s to around 1970. And a few still today in these small little towns, hey little doggy, sport that kind of mustache. And I only make the comparison with Adolf Hitler so you can understand what kind of mustache. It was just that part right there below the nose. And the rest was all shaven off. I wanted to come all the way over here because they're going to make another residential complex here in the future. Once we went mountain biking up that way towards La Ceja with a big group of people, a large group of, and they're going to make this area here where the cows are, they're going to make a residential complex here. I think it's going to be houses or maybe apartment buildings, but it's going to be a gated community. It's called Catleya, Cattleya, but they haven't started yet. So look how beautiful the countryside looks. And we went mountain biking in that direction today. And we went up that way, George and I. We went up somewhere up there. And we could have kept going towards the other side and go down and go to La Unión, another town, which is higher than this. And then we could have gone down to La Ceja and come back to El Carmen, but we're going to do that on a future day. Today we didn't have that planned because George is going to the movies tonight with his wife, and I wanted to do this live stream for you guys. And the old man here enjoying life. It's fresh air, it's clean. Buenas tardes, ¿cómo está, señor? Bien. Muy bien, gracias. And some of these other little houses here, the little houses they're selling for sale over there, but no garage, no way to park your motorcycle. It's just for people that don't have a vehicle. Not good for people who have a vehicle, unless you want to just park it somewhere. Look at that old country house over there. Still here until they sell it. And it's just right on the outskirts of the town, of the urban part of town here. Wow. There goes that old country house. Hello, Silver Bell. How are you, Silver Bell? Thank you for coming, Silver Bell. Kev TV, I'm getting younger. Oh, Karina said that. Okay. Muchas bendiciones. Gracias. Karina, happy birthday. Your birthday is when? When is your birthday? I'm just looking at some of the messages here. Wow. He's a good guy. Okay, thanks, Kev. I'm just catching up with the messages. Well, it's only cloudy, but not too cloudy, depends. I was showing you that country house right over there, and the cows, the cattle, and everything. So it is a beautiful day. Aap kaise hai? Silver Bell, aap kaise hai? Kya chal raha hai? Kya chal raha hai? Yeah. Sab log kaise hai? Or काम कैसा है? How is work? काम कैसा है? Tomorrow, let me see. Look, this is one of the chivas. This is La Escalera. This is the one that go out into the countryside to take people. Look, this is the transport form. The old transport. Not a regular bus. It's called a chiva. Not chiva or escalera. That's what they call it. Okay, Karina, happy birthday to you tomorrow. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Karina. Happy birthday to you. Feliz cumpleaños, Karina. I gotta switch the thing around because when I switch the camera on me, it's not that good. Okay, good, Silver Bell. Everything is good, all good. Oh, Silver Bell. Silver Bell is a woman. She's from India. She's living in Saudi Arabia. And she has a channel on YouTube by the name Silver Bell. Check out her videos, please. Subscribe to her channel. Help her channel grow more. And she shows a lot of things in Saudi Arabia and around Saudi Arabia because they're living in Saudi Arabia right now because of work. So Silver Bell, YouTuber from India. She is a woman. And she's living in Saudi Arabia with her husband, her patni, I forget how you say husband, and her child, her bacha, I forget how you say. I'm learning Hindi, I'm studying, but I got a long way to go before I return to India and I can really talk to a lot of people. I'm learning Hindi. Yeah. मुझे हिंदी पसंद है, मुझे बहुत हिंदी पसंद है. धन्यवाद. मुझे बारात प्यार है. And this is a church. Look at this church. Look at the architecture. You're welcome, Silver Bell. You're welcome. Look at that architecture of that church. They're having a mass in there right now. Or somebody's funeral mass. And here are some businesses. People listening to some vaginatos and whatever, having a beer. Something. Let me just move out of the way so they don't run over me with the motorcycle. Like those hats. Like the hat that gentleman is wearing. That's the church. That is the Catholic Church. That's a Catholic church. मेरा नाम एडविन टोरो है. मैं अमेरिका से हूँ. Yes, please check out Silver Bell. You're welcome, Silver Bell. Check out Silver Bell on YouTube. That's the name of her channel. And if you want to see things about Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, and other places that she shows, the ocean and everything, that kind of ocean they have there, please check out Silver Bell from India in Saudi Arabia. This is a hospital, small hospital. These girls riding horses. Young girls. The old man having his porridge or soup o mazamorra. And buñuelos. Pasteles de queso, buñuelos, empanadas, tortas de carne. I don't eat meat, but that's what they sell there. But buñuelos are not meat. I'm a vegetarian, 100% vegetarian. Ovo-lacto, to be clear. Ovo-lacto vegetarian. These are the small mom and pop shops where they sell fruit, vegetables, This is a special type of Colombian banana. It's not a banana. It's not a quela. It's a plantain, sweet plantain, what they call maduro. Plátano maduro here. And then you got all the little vegetables. Sundays, ice cream, milkshakes. The milkshake shop. Nobody's home. So we got all of this. Cool people, nice people. I mean, most of the people in Colombia are meat eaters. Meat eaters in Colombia, so that's why you see so many meat places, chicken places. Let me see what other messages people say. Okay, thanks, Kev. You just subbed Silver Bell. Cool. Cool. And this is always a busy town. Very, very active, very energetic. People all over the place. Aloe vera, aloe vera. So I am showing you something different here in Colombia. This is not Medellin. This is about an hour and 15 minutes approximately from Medellin, depending on where you're coming from in Medellin, and if you're coming by car or by bus. If you're coming from a poblado, you probably get here a little faster, probably in an hour. If you're coming by car, your own car, a rental, something like that, all right? And this is nice. This is Oriente Antioqueño. This place is not as warm as Medellin. Medellin is at a lower altitude. Carmen de Viboral is at a higher altitude here in El Oriente Antioqueño, Eastern Antioquia. Look at some of the things you still see in some of these towns, like in India too. Horse-drawn cart. A horse-drawn cart. I don't agree with that because I love horses and animals. That's why I don't ride horses anymore. I used to ride horses, but I do not ride horses anymore because of my love for horses, animals, and I don't want any of that I don't want to be part of their suffering. Some of the typical colors. This house right here is made of tapia. Tapia, because if you see, the walls are not even. The walls, thank you, Bradley, what's up? Colombia, ¿le gusta Colombia bastante? Total o poquito? Bastante, excellent. Happy people, he said Colombia, Colombia. So this house is tapia style. You see, Bradley, thank you, Bradley, welcome. You see, this is not totally even. This is tapia, old school construction material that they've used here. These newer places now, they use different kind of construction material. But in the older days, and look at these with the little balconies, itsy bitsy balconies, and the doors were made like this. Look at the key lock. I mean, look at the key lock. This is not a regular lock. This is old school, big ass, sorry about the word, big keys, big old keys. Those keys that used to use back in the day, right there. And this is where people used to look to see who was coming, so they wouldn't open the door to some criminal or to some violent person. They would have these little things, this little thing that would open right here, would open, and they would see, that would be their little magic eye. Who's at the door? Who's knocking? Buenas muchachos, ¿cómo les va? ¿Bien? Todo bien, excelente. So Brad Lee from Biloxi, Mississippi. Thank you, Brad Lee, for your kind support, really. Silver Bell left. Okay, Silver Bell, good night. Have a good one, because where a Silver Bell is, it's 12 hours ahead or 10 hours ahead. It's a different time zone for Silver Bell. I mean, it's 3-something p.m. here, and it's like 1 a.m. over there, 1 a.m. in Saudi Arabia. She's really tired. I thank her for coming on the live stream, just for being part of it for a few minutes. That's awesome. I really appreciate it if people come in for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, whatever. It's all really appreciated. Look at this guy. He's taking a nice little nap. Big old buddy. I love dogs. I just can't save them. Well, I got my 6 that I'll see tomorrow. And they're making some food there. Some maicitos and chicken kebab. Chicken on a stick. More veggies. I'm walking towards the center of town. Towards the town square. Wait a minute. Let's see the tower blocks over there that they're building. And then we'll continue on our way towards the park, the main square. As I said, I wanted to show you guys something different. You know, I'll be showing you different places, some with a more laid-back vibe, more calm, more serene, quiet, like this place. You see a lot of people, but it's not noisy. It's not like music blasting all over the place. Not really. But if you go to, like when we went to San Antonio Pereira last Saturday, in San Antonio Pereira, there was a lot of music blasting in different parts. If some of you remember who were on the live stream or saw the restream, when you just saw it later on or on the following week. I mean, the following day or something. I won't be able to go past this because this is a dead end over here. But those are the tower blocks. Oh, 11:30 p.m. So it's late. It's 11:30 p.m. in Saudi Arabia. So that's why Silver Bell's going to bed now. It's late. I mean, if I stay up until 11:30 p.m., I'm gonna have a serious hangover the next day because my hangover is going to bed late. I don't drink. 3 little doggies. They're very territorial, so I'm gonna back off. Hey guys, just namaste, om shanti, 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 om shanti, 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 om namaste. Okay, so just wanted to show you that over there. But those are like very cheap tower blocks that they're building. They're not gonna be expensive. Probably not. Buenas tardes, ¿cómo están? Muy bien, gracias. Les vaya bien. And once in a while, you might get a person that doesn't like video cams. Plus, I'm holding this gimbal attached to the cell phone, smartphone. So once in a while, anywhere in the world, it could be in India, it could be in Saudi Arabia, it could be in the United States, like what has happened to Kev TV before. It can be anywhere you want in the world, and there are going to be people who will greet you with a sourpuss face, with a grumpy looking face. Oh wow, I got only 10% battery left. Why did the battery power go out that fast? Well, I'm gonna try to make it to the park fast. And crazy me, I forgot to bring my cable to connect from the gimbal to the smartphone to recharge it. I forgot that cable. It happens. So let's make it to town. 10% left on the cell phone. I didn't think it was gonna, because I haven't been using my phone today. Oh well, and I even had it on battery saver. Well, let's go to town. Hopefully we'll make it. If not, I got my GoPro. If we don't make it, and I'll make a short video of the park itself, the main square, and then I'll upload it tomorrow. If we don't make it to town, to the center of town, which is still like a good 7 blocks away. So I'm picking up the pace. Town square does look very cool. It's different, to say the least. So I'm going in that direction. That's a good 7 blocks. Let's see if we get there in time. Look at this. Two little baby bikes, like little child's bikes, up on this thing right here. See them right there? Look at that. You're welcome, Karina. That's a Cafe Bistro Bohemian. So, we'll get in whatever we can get in. Walking along this main street with a lot of businesses, a lot of coffee shops. There are some hotels here. And I'm gonna see if I get some empanadas de pueblo, de iglesia. They just have potato and a little guiso in it, no meat. Those are my favorite empanadas, little ones, for 200 pesos each. So like for $1, you get like 20 of them. 20 little empanadas for $1 US, if they sell it to you for 200 pesos a pop. Some places sell them for 300 pesos a pop, so then you would get maybe like 15 instead of 20. And you get some ají, too, that little sauce. They take it spicy, but not really spicy compared to Mexico. And some is sweet to put into empanaditas and eat them. Well, it's still got 4 blocks to go. So remember, if this cuts out because my battery runs out, nice rabbit, then I'll do a short video with my GoPro, which has like 10% battery power left too. Yeah, it sounds yummy, Karina. And mañana, que tengas un feliz cumpleaños mañana. Que la pases de lo lindo. Have a beautiful time. ¿Qué vas a hacer? What are you going to do? How are you going to celebrate? ¿Cómo vas a celebrar, Karina, tu cumpleaños mañana? Hay una canción de Diomedes Díaz, un cantante de vallenatos que ya murió. A vallenato singer that already died some years ago. Hey, Easy Rider, what's up? I got only like 5% left of battery power, so this video is going to be cutting out soon. Every Saturday, Easy Rider, I'm doing a live stream as long as the weather is good and the location is nice. So this one, we've been going for an hour already. Easy Rider. So, Karina, ¿qué vas a hacer? Ah, no, la canción es de Diomedes Díaz. Se llama Que cumpla un feliz cumpleaños, something like that. Look it up. Diomedes Díaz, la canción del cumpleaños. The birthday song. Oh yeah, my phone is starting to go a little dark and still like 3 blocks away. So remember, if we don't get to the park, I'm gonna make a short video with my GoPro and I'll change the video that I was gonna upload tomorrow for the one here in El Carmen de Viboral. So you can see at least the park. It'll be a short video, like 3 minutes long. Won't take too much time. Tomorrow of your time on a Sunday. Home chilling with some Starbucks. Okay. Entiendo, you're going to be home chilling. Vas a estar haciendo el parche en la casa con cosas de Starbucks, con algo de Starbucks. We're just like 1-2 blocks away. Let me see if I can get there. Let me run a little bit. Yo corro un poquito. I don't want to crash into anybody. And some of our Venezuelan brothers are also living in this town now. I've heard some Venezuelan accents. That's awesome that we have some Venezuelan brothers and sisters living here, trying to make a living. Colombia has, in general, welcomed many Venezuelans, all Venezuelans, but some Colombians are nasty people. And you know, you got a little bit of everything in life, un poquito de todo en la vida. 1 block away. Trying to make it, trying to get there for you guys. Vamos a ver si llegamos. Oh, it's right here. We're at the corner of the park. Estamos en la esquina. We're almost here. With more traffic in the way, more people. Epa! We made it to town. Look at the church right there. It looks like a rocket about to take off. Look at that. That's part of the church. This is the park. This is the main square. Carmen de Viboral. And check out this Jeep Willys for coffee. This is an awesome idea for business. Check out this Jeep Willys. This is a coffee machine. Mira esto. A Jeep Willys. A Jeep Willys. El cafeterito the coffee guy, the little coffee dude. Wow, I mean, you gotta love it. Qué bien. Wow, look at that. And she sells coffee, vende café. Coffee. If you come here, you can have that. And they got these little positions, these little kiosks or things selling ceramica, and food, papita criolla, empanadas de iglesia, and all of that. Look at here, las papitas criollas. Uy, ahorita tengo que volver a comprarme papita criolla. En este momento no puedo, pero ahorita. Hola. Gracias. Wow. And hot dogs, perros calientes, everything. Look, elotes, corn, corn. Wow, this is the park. So we did have enough battery to get. They have a hotel if you want to stay here for a night. In un hotel. Hotel La Perla Azulina. La Perla Azulina. Yeah, the coffee's cheap. And look here, ice cream, soda pops, flavored soda. This is the park. Este es el parque. And they have a lot of nice little coffee shops and restaurants where you can sit with the tables outside and enjoy the beautiful day. Look. Miren esto. Wow. Look at it. I'm still going to make the short video with the GoPro camera just so you can see it on a high quality. But check it out. Those restaurants there, El Parroquial, the restaurant, another one, La Oriental, Salon Aren, whatever. And you can sit out there and order what kind of food they sell in each one. Look, this is El Carmen de Viboral. And people here are happy, go lucky in general. And that's the church. It's La Iglesia. Wow. Bradley and everybody, thank you for coming. Karina, everybody, todos, gracias por estar aquí. Kev TV, Silver Bell, Easy Rider, anybody else, please remember to give it a like. It gets out to more people like that. And we're going places. This is Colombia. We're enjoying it. Colombia is awesome. Really come and visit. Por favor, venga y visiten. It's awesome. And more restaurants. And there are other little restaurants around the area. On the other street, I just had to come running quickly, but there were more things to see, more restaurants to see, places to eat. And if you want to buy little souvenirs, you got souvenirs there. Hola, ¿cómo están? Souvenirs, Bradley. Aquí venden todas estas cositas, ¿no? Esto promueven es el turismo. Punto de información. This is the information center, so you can get information. ¿Aquí hablan también en inglés o solamente en español?
Yes, I can talk in English.
In English? Okay, can you tell us a little bit before my battery runs out? Can you tell us about El Carmen de Viboral?
I want to invite you to discover this beautiful place. Have all these things in
Ceramics.
like slates, ceramics,
Pottery.
pottery. Yeah, you are invited to come to this place and live a new experience.